Most people spend far too much time looking for the perfect supplement, the perfect vitamin, the perfect mineral, the perfect health formula. But after many years of learning, working, solving problems, running businesses, and observing what truly makes a difference, I've come to a simple conclusion. Most people are focusing on the wrong thing. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying supplements don't have a place. Some certainly do. But if I had to choose between good sleep and a cupboard full of supplements, I would choose good sleep every single time. Because when sleep suffers, almost everything suffers. Energy, focus, mood, productivity, even our ability to make good decisions. I'm 72 years old. Thankfully, I remain active and engaged in life. I continue to work, learn, solve complex problems, and take on new challenges. I've also been fortunate not to experience many of the common health issues that affect people as they get older. That's not because I've discovered a miracle solution, and it's certainly not because of one supplement. It's the result of habits, choices, and lessons learned over many years. Today, I'd like to share what I've learned about supplements, sleep, and healthy aging, and why one may be far more important than the other. One of the biggest misconceptions in modern health is the idea that more supplements automatically mean better health. Many people assume that if a supplement contains a nutrient, it must work. Unfortunately, it isn't always that simple. The reality is that quality matters, the form matters, the dosage matters, and perhaps most importantly, the overall lifestyle matters. Take magnesium as an example. Many people simply buy whichever product is cheapest or most heavily advertised. But different forms of magnesium are absorbed differently by the body. Some forms may be better suited for particular purposes than others. Yet many people never look beyond the front label. The same principle applies across many supplements. What matters isn't simply what the label says. What matters is what your body can actually absorb and use. And even then, supplements should support a healthy lifestyle. They should never replace one. Over the years, I've noticed 3 common reasons why people become disappointed with supplements. The first is poor formulation. The second is inadequate dosage. And the third is unrealistic expectations. Many people expect dramatic results within days. That isn't the case. Health rarely works that way. The habits that truly improve health usually work quietly in the background. They work consistently, gradually, over months and years. A supplement may support your health journey, but it cannot compensate for poor sleep, it cannot compensate for chronic stress, it cannot compensate for poor nutrition, and it certainly cannot compensate for neglecting the fundamentals. It brings me to perhaps the most important lesson which I've learned. If there is one area of health that deserves far more attention, it is sleep. For many years, I viewed sleep simply as something that happened at the end of the day. Now I see it very differently. Sleep is where recovery happens. It's where the body repairs itself. It's where the brain processes information. It's where energy is restored. Think about how you feel after several nights of poor sleep. You may feel tired, less patient, less focused, less productive. Even small problems can seem bigger than they really are. Now compare that with waking after a genuinely restful night. Your thinking is clearer, your energy is better, your mood improves, you make better decisions, you feel more capable. In my view, sleep isn't merely another health habit. It's one of the foundations upon which many other aspects of health depend. That's why before I think about supplements, I think about sleep. Before I think about optimization, I think about recovery. Because without recovery, everything else becomes harder. People sometimes ask me what I do to remain healthy, active, and engaged at 72. The answer is surprisingly simple. I focus on the fundamentals: a balanced diet, regular movement, keeping mentally engaged, managing stress, maintaining purpose, and prioritizing sleep. Only after those foundations are in place do I think about supplements. And even then, I prefer quality over quantity. I don't believe in taking dozens of products. I believe in understanding why you're taking something and choosing carefully. People are often surprised when they learn that at 72 I don't have diabetes, high blood pressure, or cholesterol problems. But I don't see that as the result of luck alone, nor do I believe it's because of any single supplement. I believe it's the result of many small decisions made consistently over many years. Because health is rarely built through one big decision. It's built through thousands of small decisions repeated day after day. Time to get these hands dirty. These plants need some care. This philosophy is one of the reasons BioVentura was created. Not to chase every new health trend, not to promise miracle results, and certainly not to suggest that well-being can be found in a bottle. Our goal is to explore practical, science-informed approaches to better health, to understand sleep, nutrition, healthy aging, focus, vitality, supplements, and the habits that genuinely contribute to well-being. Over time, we'll also share the thinking behind the wellness products we're developing, and why quality, simplicity, and balance matter. Because true well-being isn't simply about living longer, it's about living better. If you found this video useful, I'd be delighted if you subscribed and joined us on this journey. This channel is for people who want practical, sensible approaches to better health, better sleep, and healthier aging. And in the next video, I'd like to explore something that has become increasingly important to me over the years. Why better sleep may be one of the most powerful and most overlooked tools for healthy aging. Because if there's one thing I've learned at 72, it's this: you can spend a fortune on supplements. But if you neglect your sleep, you're ignoring one of the greatest health investments available to you. Until next time, sleep well, live well, and age well. BioVentura, pure science, natural balance.